Today we're looking at using the bitmap trace tool to get your sketches that you've sketched down on paper into Inkscape and convert them to a vector to later use as an image that can be scaled without loss of pixel definition. To do this, we first need an image, so I'm going to use a simple image, which is a black and white image from my collection. There we go. So I'm just importing this under Blocky because I'm on a very slow PC at the moment. Let's just bring this down in size a bit. Oops. Right, so to use the tool we have to have the image selected first. We'll go to Path, Trace Bitmap. Now, looking at this image, because it's black and white, I'm going to go for the brightness steps with multiple scans, creates a group of paths. So what this does is that it will take the image, look at the brightness of the image and scan through it as how many desired times you want here. So this will make 8 passes through the image, and it will take 8 different brightness levels, and whatever is in the image is the same as the brightness level that it scans at will be get included on that slice. So there is another option here called stack scans, which we'll come to later. I'm going to take the smoothing off for the time being. I'm going to hit update. Because it's a black and white image, I'm going to actually reduce the amount of scans down to 4. And I'm going to hit OK. Now, it's working in the background. We can see down here, oh, it's gone now. Down here it showed how many traces it was doing. So that was hit 4, and now we've got a group of 4 objects in a layer. Okay, don't click the OK button, otherwise it will do it again. Close this down. Now we have the object created here, which is our vector image, and this is our original. So let's put this over here for the time being. Now to see what's actually happened, go up to Object and look at our Objects Explorer. Open this up. You can see that what we've currently got selected is a group. Expand this group out, and it has a number of individual paths. So the first thing I want to do is ungroup these paths. So right click, click ungroup, and you'll see these explode out. A second, there we go. And now I can pull these paths across one by one to see what's in there. As you can see that we've got different 4 different images, which represents a pass or a slice through our original image that's slowly been increasing in darkness as it moves up from light to dark. So here's the lightest layer or slice. Here's the next one up, which has included basically all of our fish, except for we don't want this bit here. The next one up is probably the one which I would take as an actual sketch, which at this luminosity layer, you can see that it's included everything that we really needed. The next step up, we've actually lost some because these parts here are actually lighter in our image and was included on the layer below. So the darker parts would have been included throughout the layers, but the lighter parts would have been missed off. The same here, you can see that around here, if I actually zoom into here, you can see some pencil marks in here, which I don't want in my image, but because I've gone for the brightness step, the very first, or the second step out, you will see that they are included because they're quite low in brightness, and then as we move up through the layers, the lighter parts are beginning to get extruded. So we can see there's no pencil marks here, and then we start to lose some of the actual pen marks, as said before, here because they're a much lighter colour. Okay, so let's get rid of everything on screen and actually take you through what happens if you don't stack the image. So let's import the image back in. There we go. And I'm keeping the same settings as before. Let's reduce this down, see what we're doing. And same again, path, trace bitmap, but this time keeping the same settings, brightness step 4, but this time we're going to go take off the stack scans, and we're going to see what actually happens. If we hit update, it looks exactly the same, but the effect is totally different. So we just wait for this to finish. Which is taking a little bit longer this time, which is interesting. Right, okay, so that's finished now. So we've got the same result. We've got our slices, and we've got our original image. Just put original up there. Move this across. Okay, oops, gone. There we go. Right click and ungroup, and now you'll see how the actual slicing has worked through this image on the different brightness levels. So let's pick the first layer. So this is the darkest, but because we haven't stacked, we're not getting this being transferred on the layers below. So the next layer, as you can see, it's the lighter parts of that image, and then the next layer, the even lighter parts, and then the background is the everything that's been excluded, is all the dark parts that have been excluded from the original image. So we can actually stack these on top of each other and actually darken up our image. So you may even get a better effect doing it this way with certain images. But you can see from when we start placing them on top of each other, we start getting parts that we don't want. So this may work with some images, but I found the best, the first example that I showed actually works the best. Okay, thanks a lot for watching.